Hey guys, Shane here, Pocket Knife Review. Doing this video today about one of my very favorite knife companies, and that would be Hogue Knives. And this is the Hogue Deca. There's a couple of reasons why Hogue's one of my favorite knife companies out there. One is because they are an American company that employs Americans to build an American knife with American products, and I absolutely love that. I have a few Hogues here to show you guys today, but this is probably their most popular model, if I had to guess. This is the Deca. It's got the able lock, which is just a crossbar lock, much like the Benchmade Axis lock. I think they invented it. But guys, this is a great little knife. It's I consider this just an EDC knife. It has a very thin blade stock. Matter of fact, when I turn it up, you can barely even see it on camera. It's a 3¼ inch blade. The knife weighs less than 3 ounces. Man, this thing disappears in your pocket. There's no reason why you can't carry this knife every day. It doesn't take up a whole lot of pocket real estate. And like I said, you're not even going to know it's there at 2.7 ounces, whatever it is this thing weighs. But everybody says this knife is in competition with the Bug Out. I view that a little bit different. I think the Bug Out is in competition with this knife, and the reason for that is because of the materials. This comes with a American-made 20 CV steel, and on the base model, and it also comes with G10 scales instead of the ivory or plastic. It comes with a deep carry pocket clip. When I say I'm not a huge fan of the deep carry pocket clip, I wouldn't take it off, but I wouldn't swap it if it wasn't. And the only reason I feel that way is because myself, I have a little bit of a hard time getting deep carry knives out of my pocket because I don't have anything to purchase to pull them out. But I've got jacked up hands, so that doesn't apply to everybody. But this is the Deca. It's one of my favorite models from Hogue. Probably their most popular model. If it's not, then this is. This is the Hogue RSK MK1. This knife was designed by Doug Ritter. I hate to copy anybody, but I'm not going to copy him, but I'm going to agree with him. Metal Complex will tell you on multiple of his videos, I've heard him say that this is kind of the limit to where you start seeing less bang for your buck, where the return on your money starts seriously decreasing. After about the $150 mark that you pay for this knife, you're just not going to get a whole lot better knife. You may get some fancier scales, you may get some more hype, but you're not going to get any better knife than this at that price range. And even when you go over that price range, this stuff is still really hard to beat. Now, mine is engraved with Knives Live 2021. I don't know how many people watching this video know what Knives Live was, but it was a little 24-hour YouTube marathon we put together. Involves some great people in the knife community, man, some great channels. Came together and we did this marathon. We raised a bunch of money for Knife Rights. Guys, if you don't know what Knife Rights is, if you've never heard of it, if you're not familiar with it, even if you are, or you have heard of it, go to their website, familiarize yourself some more, guys, because there are still a ton of people in this community who are limited as to what they can carry because of archaic knife laws that make absolutely no sense. And Doug Ritter is fighting every day. Doug Ritter and Knife Rights is fighting every day to try to get those laws taken off the books. This knife was purchased by several people, actually, and they had it custom engraved and sent to me as a gift for my part in Knives Live 2021, and it'll forever be in my collection. I don't carry it a whole lot, to be honest with you, because it has so much sentimental value. If I lost this knife or damaged it, I would be extremely heartbroken. So anyway, if you buy one, it's not going to come with that. This is something else Hogue has gotten into also. This is the 6-hour K320. Now, this is made by Hogue. Everybody knows that. They're not trying to hide who makes it. But the reason it says 6-hour on it, and the reason it's advertised as a 6-hour knife, is because these knives were kind of made to go along to pair with your SIG P320. I think it's a really cool idea. You can kind of have the set. You can have the pistol, you can have the knife. They even make the knife in different scale colors to match the grips on the P320, which is super cool. And it also makes a whole lot of sense because, as most of you already know, Hogue started out as the company started out making grips for pistols. They make upgraded grips for pistols. They're every one I've ever tried was more comfortable than the factory grips. They had better traction than the factory grips, and at some point in time they decided to get into the knife market, and I am really glad they did, man. They make a really good product. Like I said, it's another successful American knife company out there that's putting out an excellent product. Um, you know, After these two knives, a lot of Hogue's knives start to get more into the tactical category, and that makes sense because their target market is, I feel like, is more towards the gun people. So making tactical knives makes sense. And one of those tactical knives, other than the K320, is this thing. Why knife companies associate tip down with tactical carry, I don't know, but you see that on a lot of big tactical knives. I don't mind tip down, guys. I've never thought twice about what direction the knife was pointing when I took it out of my pocket, so that don't bother me at all. I know some of y'all absolutely hate it, just would not buy a knife tip down. I don't get that, but anyway, this is the Hogue. This is a button lock knife also. This is the EX04 in Alan Elishowitz's version of a Wharncliffe. I don't know what to call this blade shape. I don't feel like it's a Wharncliffe. I don't know that this blade shape has a name or needs a name. It is a big, heavy use, very well made, tactical slash hard use work knife. One thing I do appreciate about Hogue as a company, other than them being an American company, is that they have a little bit of everything. Hogue has a little bit of everything to offer. And what I mean by that is they've got everything from a super lightweight EDC knife all the way up to your big hard use and heavy duty tactical folders. They've got manual knives. They've got automatic out the side knives. Hogue makes an out the front knife. They make some hatchets, some fixed blades. It's all American made. It's all good quality stuff. And I can appreciate that. I do plan on owning some more Hogue products. I haven't had an issue with any of these knives. They all seem to be made great. Like I said, one other thing I wanted to cover, though, the reason I'm saying that this is an EDC knife, whereas this is like a hard use knife, what I mean by that is, my definition of an EDC knife is just something that you can carry every day to do a variety of light duty tasks, whether it's just opening a package, cutting a string off your daughter's dress, whatever it is that you might need a cutting tool for. That's where an EDC knife comes in handy, something that you carry every day. Now, if I was going to the farm and knew I was going to be, cutting open bales of hay all day and cutting through that very frictious twine, this is not what I'd carry. I'm probably going to step up to something like this, a little harder use, made for hard work. I don't feel like this knife is necessarily made for hard work. This knife's just made for, just a variety of small cutting tasks. So, when you go to choose a knife, you have to pick, what do you do with it? What are you actually going to use it for? Depending on your job and your lifestyle, just a nice lightweight cutting tool may be all you need. If you're law enforcement, first responder, military, you may actually need a tactical folder. You may need something that in a very last ditch effort to save your life, that I'd hate to have to resort to a pocket knife, but if you have to, that's what a tactical knife's made for. And you probably don't know anybody that's ever had to use a pocket knife to defend themselves, but I don't know him personally, but I watched a documentary on an Army Ranger that went into a house in Fallujah, ended up in hand-to-hand combat with a gentleman, and was nearly losing that battle, and ended up dispersing this man with his Leatherman. And he will tell you that he regrets not having a good tactical knife because it took way too long and it almost cost him his life. So, yeah, there are uses for these knives. There are people out there who actually need them. So, no point in making fun of the tactical knife category, because, but to be honest with you, the majority of us carry them because we like them. We like the way they, we like the way they look. They're typically a tactical knife is also going to fill in very well as just a hard use work knife. But like I said, I'm not trying to highlight any of these knives really. I just wanted to talk about Hogue as a company and tell you, that if you're looking to get into the market for an American-made knife that's made very well with good materials, going to last you, probably your whole life, and you can hand it down to your kids and their kids, that has an excellent warranty. Check out a Hogue, man. Not only are you going to get all those things, but you're getting them typically at a price that is better than two of my other very well liked American companies. Hogues typically come in a little cheaper than a comparable Benchmade or Spyderco, and they're almost always either just as good or better materials. So, especially if you haven't delved into that realm of USA made knives yet, I think Hogue is the place to start just because of the price point. No, they're not $40 Chinese knives, but for an American-made knife compared to most other American-made knife companies, this is an excellent place to start. You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck, and you're going to support an American company. And if that's important to you, like it is me, $150 price tag on a knife doesn't bother me at all. And guys, I'm not a wealthy man. I don't make a whole lot of money. $150 is a lot of money to me, but I would rather buy one American-made knife as I had 3 Chinese-made knives, and I get the value out of that in personal pride. So if you're like-minded and that's how you feel about things, Hogue's a great company. So go buy you one, man. And as always, I appreciate any time you guys spend with me. I know your time is valuable, and so like I said, I really appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate all the guys that are leaving comments in the comment section. And do me a favor, if you've watched this video and you own a Hogue, leave me a comment. Let me know which one you have, what you think of it. And I don't own this knife. These are the 3 Hogues that I currently own. If you have suggestions on what you think my next Hogue may be, let me know in the comments. That's all I got for you guys today. Peace. Love y'all.